Do you like high RPM, high rev, and V twins? Because I do. You know, I don't know, man. There's just something. You get like an old, just push rod style motor, V twin, lots of RPM, just screaming. There's just one eensy, weensy, teeny little problem with high RPM. It's the stock internals don't really like it too much, and you're probably wondering by now, Cody, why is your bike on the stand half tore apart? Stock internals didn't like high RPM. First nice day. It was in the 60s, real nice day, good weather. I wanted to get the Sportster out, right? I've been riding that, the old Softail. But I wanted to get the hot rod out, right? And she's got a Dynatech ignition, and it's got a limiter on it. When I first put it on there, I set it to 6250. Well, then I seen a video of somebody dynoing one, and they were running it up to 7,000. And I was like, man, I'm being a real sissy, I'm being a big chicken here. This thing will take more RPM, right? So I took that limiter and I turned her up to 65, keeping it safe. Well, then I did cams, and I go, wow, this is going to make more power. It's going to make power past 6,500. Put her to 7,000. Did great for a while. Again, sounded great, ran good. I bet you it'll pull past 7,000. So I said, nah, it'll be alright. Put her at 7,500. I was out riding it on that beautiful 60, low to mid 60 degree day, sunny, out riding with a buddy. And I want to stretch the old legs on her, of course. Multiple 15 mile an hour first gear rolls, I was out there just getting it. You get it, you know?
This summer, you just get it.
I'm talking, getting it.
And it'll just go as fast as you want to get it. Why, that's no bite. Get you on.
And I started to hear a little chatter. Just a little one. Just a little. I rolled into the throttle a little more and went away. So I kind of just upshifted, picked up some speed, and I didn't hear it. Then I pulled up to a stoplight, and I hear a nice, just a small. I was like, I looked at my buddy, and he goes, oh, that's not good. No, it's not. And so I revved it up a little bit, and the noise went from to a, and I was like, ugh. So light turns green. I take off and I'm freaking out. I'm listening. I'm like, where is it coming from? And I stick my head on this side and it's coming from over here. That's where the lifters are. And I was like, oh, hit that kill switch, boy. Golly. Hit that kill switch, boy. Shut her down. It just, a lifter's collapsing. I shut it off nice and early. Shouldn't have tore the cam up. Put some new lifters in there. Push rods, adjustable push rods. Baby back on the road. So as I'm sitting on the side of the road, I'm just thinking it's a lifter. So I get on the phone, I call my buddy, I say, brother, bring the truck and trailer. We got a broke lifter on the Sportster. I get it home, I take the pipe off, I take the rocker box off, I take the cams out, I get this cam chest off, and I look right down in here. Big chunks of metal. And I go, dang, that lifter blew up, bro. So I pull the cams out. Every roller on every lifter is perfect. So next day, get off work, come home, get some bolt cutters, cut the push rod tubes out, take the lifters out. So I decided to start taking them apart. Take them apart. Guess what? You guessed it. They look fine. Oil pump gear looks fine. I was just getting ready to say cam bearings look fine. I gotta look into that, but it looks like there's a chunk missing from the cover where the cam bearing's at. I'm switching around here, but that don't look right. There's no way. That's broke out of there. 100% that's broke out of there. You know what it probably did? That might have broke off and traveled through the motor. Yeah, through the oil, through the motor, and and ate a bearing up. I've got a magnet down here somewhere. Where the heck do I have it at? Found it. That tells me everything I need to know right there. See that magnet? It don't stick to that. What I got out of here and out of that oil stuck to the magnet. Come with me to tear apart a V-twin, brother. I need to lower this thing. It's in the sky. Obviously, I'm not retarded. I am kind of retarded. This carb is gonna have to come off. Fun, because trying to get to those intake bolts are a pain in the butt. And I bought a special Allen wrench for them with a little ball end on it. I lost it. I'm thinking it's a rod bearing. So once I get the heads off and the jugs can come up, I can see the rod bearing. I mean, I can check the rod bearings right then and there. If the rods slap around and got a good bit of play, that's what it is, you know. If it is like a crank bearing, I won't know until I actually split the case. That does suck, because it is a fun bike, dude. Little Sportster 883. It's got a 1200 kit on it. 1200 big bore kit. Got a set of cams in it. Nice carburetor. Ignition, dialed in tune. Dude, it is fun, and it runs so clean, and it's got TBR 2-in-1. It sounds so good. Perfect, runs great. Well, now she's in pieces. I know that fuel line is gonna pour fuel out. Why don't I have a bucket? Just come out of there. There that is. Don't need you where we're going. We need a machine shop. Didn't even pour any gas out, bro. I shut the gas off, but I figured there'd be some sitting in the line, but no siree. All that crap on the other side's got to come off too. Get this big old bucket for a whole lot of nothing. Ooh. Ow. I pinched my freaking hand in between the wrench and the coil, slammed it in between it. Felt real good.
Get him, fellas. You crying, boy? You crying, boy? Maybe we'll go back down to McDonald's and get you a Whamburger and some French fries. How about a Weineken? You little sissy boy!
And then you can just plug it in and out.
I can take it up with the intake steel on it. Let's try that. Come on. Don't be a sis. And don't round them off either. Oh, that wasn't even tight. I just didn't have good leverage on the sucker. That wasn't even at all tight. Hopefully I don't break my tool set my uncle very kindly bought for me. I guess I should be using like a breaker bar or something. I'm an idiot, dude. Yeah, I'm such a retard. I'm over here using it's like this long, and I could use this and go, whew. I don't like that noise at all, to be real honest. Oh, there we go. There we go. Okay, okay. It's getting a little... I was like, whoa. I don't like that. It said to kind of try and work them back and forth a little bit. Ooh, stop that. I hate this. Starting to feel better. Starting to feel more gooder about myself. Not much, but... Lord Jesus. It's just breaking loose, but God, it scares me every time. It's fine. Now let's see. Oh wow, that suckers are coming right up, ain't they? Oh, they're gonna come right off. I was correct. You don't have to take the intake off to get the heads off. Just since I don't have the tool right now, but we will get the tool. Oh, there it is. There's the heads, buddies. I just put an external breather kit on it for the oil blow by, so it doesn't suck a bunch of oil through the motor. It hasn't even really ran for long enough to see if it cleaned up the tops of the pistons, but they are definitely, I mean, they're oily. This is crazy. This is insane, bro. Great, pouring oil all over it. I don't know, but this rod bearing really doesn't feel bad. Just by side-to-side play and stuff. That rod bearing doesn't look good. Looks like that rod is moving a lot. That's a lot of play. That is a lot. I mean, I can't really show it, but oh wow, yeah. That's it. That's gotta be it right there. Look at that play, buddy. Look at that. I mean, that's a lot. Look at this one. Yeah. So, probably just gonna go ahead and call it a night. Figured out what it is, I know what it is. So now it's just getting the motor out and seeing about getting the crank out, seeing what I want to do, if I want to just start disassembling it and have the crank cleaned up if it got tore up at all, which I probably got a little scored up or something, so probably have to take it to a machine shop. Or if I want to not put that crank back in, do like I want to do and do a D-stroked crank, do D-stroke high compression build. Either way, I'm going to make it higher compression, but I just got to see if I want to D-stroke it and spin it higher RPM, or if I just want to fix it, you know what I mean? But we'll see. Yeah, I'm going to call it a night for right now, and I guess I'll see you whatever next day I film more and next day I work on it. I've been all over the place with this Sportster. Originally I thought it was lifters. I'm like, dude, lifters, alright, not a big deal. Pull the lifters out, lifters are fine. I see big chunks of metal and metal glitter in the oil. Actually, the motor oil didn't have any big chunks. It was just a little bit of glitter. But the cam chest had chunks, right? Chunks. Pull the top end apart. I think, ooh, front rod bearing. Look at that side-to-side play. Well, I get hold of a guy I know. He's got a shop here in New Haven, boat against Harley. He builds performance V20 there, and I send him the video of that front rod play, and he's like, oh, that's pretty normal. The rear is a lot tighter than the front. The front's got a good bit of side-to-side play. He said if you grab it and it moves up and down, it's a broad bearing. If it doesn't, you should be good. Well, it has no up and down play, and I'm like, what the heck? I'm like, okay, well, it might be crank bearing, possibly. But I wanted to check a few things before I tear the bottom end apart and try and pull the crank out, because that's a big deal. That's where you're really starting to get into it. If I can keep it to top end stuff only, it's a quick put back together. Cheap, you know what I mean? Well, I get the pistons off. I wasn't filming this. I get the pistons off and I grab the rods and I start spinning this sucker over by hand. And I look at this oil pump gear. I'll pop a video up. It spins, quit spinning. Spins, quit spinning. Spins, quit spinning. I'm like, that's not good. Well, I look at the gear coming off of the crank. It's got like 4 or 5 teeth missing off of it. I'm like, whoa. That's the chunks that I've seen in this oil, and that's the glitter I've seen in this oil. And so I messaged him, I said, hey, I just found this. Would this itself cause a tapping? Or do you think it had low oil pressure and it still took something out, still took a bearing out? And he said, it might have just been simply low oil pressure. It might not have took it out, especially because I didn't run it for very long once I heard it. So what I'm kind of thinking here and starting to somewhat diagnose is maybe it was low on oil pressure because that oil pump gear wasn't spinning all the time. Maybe once it got down to idle, the lifters pumped oil out and they weren't pumped up anymore. The top end had oil in it. It had oil on the valves. All that stuff up there was oily. And he said, yeah, they hold oil up there. So top end might be fine. But maybe the lifters lost, you know, this is what I'm thinking. Maybe the lifters pumped all the oil out, didn't have any oil in them. That's why they were clapping, because they're hydraulic. They got to be pumped up with oil. It could have took something else out. I don't know if it could have took a bearing out. With a lot of that metal glitter running through the oil, that could tear them up. But I didn't run it for long. And looking in there, it's caked full of oil. It had oil, you know, it wasn't low on oil, so maybe it had enough oil sitting in the bottom end where it was still coated, bearings were still coated. I'm crossing my fingers here that maybe this bottom end is completely fine, hopefully. He did mention, though, that maybe that, because as you guys seen, I mentioned that piece of the case around the cam bearing is broke. Possibly what could have happened is maybe that crank has too much run out, and that's why it broke the gear, and that's why it broke the cam cover. Is maybe it was moving and it broke stuff. So we still don't know yet whether the bottom end is good or not. It may still have to come apart, but guy I work with he's got dial indicator at his house, and I said, you know, I'm like, hey, bring it to work on Monday or whatever. I want to check it and see, but as long as it's in tolerance, then I'll get a feeler gauge and I'll try and check that front side to side play and make sure it's within tolerance in between the rod and the crank. And if it's good, it doesn't move up and down, and the rear is tight, I mean, it has very little play, maybe they're good. And if it doesn't have run out and the front rod checks out with the side to side play, I'm thinking we'll buy some lifters, new set of push rods, adjustable push rods. I'll buy all the new gaskets, and I'll just put this thing back together here in a couple months. And I want, if it's already apart right now, I'm going to wait a few months still, and I'm going to I'm going to send the heads out and get head work done. And I'd like to order a little bit higher compression set of pistons, so I can put the pistons on it and bolt the ported heads up and put new gaskets on. But it would really suck to put it back together and it start tick, 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 tapping, knocking, because it still took a bearing out or whatever, you know? I'll do what I can I'll check what I can without taking the crank out, and if it checks out good, no run out, within tolerance of front rod play, side to side play, I think I am just going to get pistons and get the heads ported, put it back together, put new gaskets in, put it back together. And then we'll fire it up, let it run, drain the oil, put fresh oil in it, new filter, run it, drain the oil, you know, flush it out really good, because it's obviously still going to have some metal in there. But I don't know. She might be okay. We're going to see. So, yeah, we're it's kind of where we're at right now. Just got everything covered up. I'm going to wrap this one all up here, tearing it apart, somewhat kind of diagnosing what's going on with this thing, and then in the next week or so, you guys will see what else we find and the verdict on whether it's going back together or not. So appreciate you guys watching, and I guess I'll see you here in a week or two.